Today I want to talk about what it was like seeing a therapist, a counselor, whatever you want to call it, for the first time. So, first, do we want the glasses on or off? On, off, on, off. We're gonna take them off. Over the course of my entire life, I have been exposed to mental illness and just the overall theme of mental health. It's very near and dear to me because I have family members who've struggled with mental health that are very close to me. I've had friends, I've had acquaintances. When I was an RA, I had a lot of really intense situations regarding mental health. And over the past 4 years of my life, it seems like it has only gotten more and more severe. Around the time that my mom got re-diagnosed with cancer, there was a lot of things going on all at once, and one of my friends actually came and visited me in Tampa. So on the last night that she was there, I remember she was sleeping on the airbed and I was in my bed, and all of a sudden, I just felt like I couldn't breathe. I was literally taking the deepest breaths possible, but it felt like no matter what I was doing, I couldn't get air into my lungs. But I also couldn't move. It's weird to explain, and I know it's different for everyone, but essentially I was having a panic attack. And I couldn't pinpoint why. I didn't know what was going on, but up to that point, I had kept telling myself, you're fine, you can handle everything, everything is all good, you're strong, you've got this. But that was kind of a turning point for me, because in that moment I realized that I don't know if it's physical or mental, but my body is telling me something. My body is speaking to me and saying, we gotta change something, come on. I realized maybe it's time that I go see someone. So I scheduled an appointment with a counselor on campus. I will never forget the way I felt sitting in the waiting room, waiting to see him. I was so unbelievably nervous. For 1 hour, I just sat with someone without distractions, and he just asked me normal questions. And it's not like what you see on TV or, because on TV it looks really corny. It's like, how are you feeling? How's your life? How was your childhood? It's not really like that. It just lifted this weight off my shoulders that I didn't even know I was carrying. And I talked to friends about what was going on in my life. I talked to family and things like that, but there's something so sacred and special about talking to somebody who is not a part of the situation, but not only that, somebody who's a professional and somebody who has the tools and resources to give you to say, okay, I know exactly what happened there, and this is why it happened, and here's what you can do to make sure it doesn't happen in the future. Something about me is I carry weight sometimes, but don't want to put it on others that I love, because it almost feels like I don't want to be a burden to other people, and I don't want to put things on other people. But with him, it was just this relationship where I knew that's what his purpose was, and I knew I wasn't burdening him. That's his job. His job is to take my burdens and make things better, basically. So, since I know you guys are curious, it was great. I feel so much better, and we scheduled a follow-up appointment for a month from now. It just feels really good to just have a space to just vent about all the shit. And yeah, I feel really great, and I'm really glad that I just did it. The sun just started shining, which basically is my cue to wrap it up. If you are someone that feels like you're going through something, but you feel like it's weak to go talk to someone, or you feel weird about it, or you feel nervous about it, I hope this helps you at least even just a tiny bit, because I'm telling you from somebody who experienced it personally and went through it myself, and somebody that is very strong-willed, mentally strong, stubborn, hard-headed type person, that it's not a sign of weakness to admit that you're going through something and admit that our shoulders are not meant to hold the weight of the world. By doing that, you aren't weak. You're strong for admitting that this is more than I can handle as one individual. That's it. That's all you have to say to yourself. You just have to change that inner dialogue with yourself and say, you know what? I'm a strong ass bitch, or I'm a strong ass dude, and this doesn't make me less of a person to help myself. Is it scary? Yes. Is it nerve-wracking your first time? Yes. But is it worth it to be able to take your burdens and place them in the hands of someone else? Yes. 1,000,000 times yes. Now, I'm not saying that you're gonna walk out of there and all of the world's problems are going to be solved for you. You're still going to be dealing with shit. The difference is just that there's just a lightness in being able to talk to someone and really just work through those things and know that in your back pocket, you have what it takes to be mentally stable and strong and help yourself out. Seriously. It's the most important thing. If this speaks to you and you feel like this is something that somebody else needs to hear, all I ask of you is that you share this. You share the positivity in the message, and you share the fact that there is no weakness in helping yourself. So have a great rest of your week.